Hare Krishna. So yesterday we discussed this. So this sun, it produces such great amount of energy. So what is the source? So, any source which produces energy, so there must be some fuel. Huge amount of fuel is required. So who is providing the fuel? This is another good. These are amazing facts about the sun. We will not go into detail. It is said energy emitted by sun per second is the amount of energy consumed by human race throughout the entire history. It's so amazing. It's still every day the sun is producing so much of energy. So who is the energetic person? So energy always implies energetic. Energetic means some person is involved, from whom this energy is produced, or from whom this by whom the energy is being controlled or maintained. The energy in itself is a non-living entity. So it's a creation, production, and maintenance, controlling. Everything depends upon a person. So we see now the last aspect is regarding laws. So we see school, colleges, institutes, there are various laws, rules and regulations. So those rules and regulations are made by somebody. So all these things, these are just examples. So similarly, in this world also, there are certain laws. That is why we study periodic law, not the periodic chance. So everything in science or everything in the creation is governed by precise laws. Just like laws of motion, laws of physics are there. So Newton only discovered these laws. He did not create these laws. So these laws were already in existence. So laws of optics, laws of thermodynamics. So in every aspect of this material world, whether you go down in micro world or macro world, precise laws of mathematical accuracy govern this world. So this proves that there must be some lawmaker, because without lawmaker, laws cannot exist. Similarly, in this world, we find so many different variety of people. Somebody is beautiful, handsome, ugly, and poverty-stricken, poor. So all these different varieties of people are in existence. So there also must be some law behind this. So what is that law? And who decides, who makes these laws? Because everything we cannot choose in our life. We can choose something in our life. These are something which we can choose, but there are certain things which we cannot choose in our life, which are given to us, which is chosen by someone else, like parents, our face cut, intelligence, all these things. So who chooses and on what basis? Is it by chance? So anyone can understand it is not going to happen by chance, because it's so systematically chosen. So it's already shown that in the world of matter, physics, chemistry, thermodynamics, etc., all these things follow definite, well-defined laws. So similarly, in our life, whatever happens, it cannot be random events. Everything in this world, whatever happens, there must be some precise laws. So what is the laws which governs our life? That is law of karma. That is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. Karmana daiva netreణ janturdehopapattye striyaha parvishta udaram pumsuretah kanashaya. How a living entity takes birth. That is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd Canto, 31st chapter, verse number 1. Kapil Dev explains the science behind the soul enters into the womb of a mother and takes birth. So what is the science behind it? How this karma governs, and how a soul is given a particular type of parents, and he gets a particular type of body. This all is decided by according to the law of karma. It's very subtle science and very mysterious and very complicated. It's not easy to understand. But Lord Krishna has made such a nice arrangement that there will be no mistake at all. Anyone who takes birth anywhere in this world, it is appropriate for him. There's nothing misjudgment. Nobody can say, oh, why the Lord became merciless upon me. He has given me birth in such a bad condition of life. No. Whatever we have gotten out of our own karma. And the Lord has made very nice arrangement. There cannot be any mistake through Prakriti. Under the supervision of Supreme Lord, and according to result of one's work, the soul is awarded a new body. That is why the Lord's laws are known as flawless law. The flawless laws implies lawmaker. So in this way, through our own observation till now, we understood that there must be someone superior to our power, who is most perfect, and who has perfect brain, and he is controlling everything. So now we'll quickly go through the scientist observation, because nowadays everyone believes what scientists say. So that's why we need to uh, just see the observations of few of the famous scientists like Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein, he made this statement: "The Lord God is subtle, but malicious He is not." The Lord or God is subtle, means His working functions are so subtle that nobody can understand, but He has no malice towards us. That means whatever God does to us, with us, so that is perfect for us. Albert Einstein believed in this. So he is Nobel literate physicist Erwin Schrödinger. So he has spoken so much. We'll not go into detail, but ultimately, after observing this material world and using the scientific language, he says whatever we see in this world, phenomena, blue, bitter, sweet, physical pain, physical delight, ugly, good, bad, everything is actually very systematically arranged. Nothing is chance. Somebody is taking care of all these things. So Erwin says like this. Lord Kelvin says, if you think strongly enough, you will be forced by science to believe in God. This is a statement made by Lord Kelvin, that if you think strongly enough, if you are really intelligent, and if you really know the science, and you may be an atheist, you may not be believing in God, but if you think strongly enough, that means if you go deeper into science, science itself will force you to believe in God. That is a statement made by Lord Kelvin. Similarly, Isaac Newton, this is a very nice story. I'll just briefly tell. So once Isaac Newton, she made a very nice solar model, and it was solar working model. So one of his friend came and he asked Newton that who made this nice working solar model. So Albert Einstein, Newton, he said nobody made. I slept in the night, and as soon as I woke up in the morning, I saw this working model was there. So his friend started, he could not believe. Earlier to this incident, his friend was an atheist. He did not believe in the existence of God, but Newton was a believer of God. So Newton used to convince him that there must be God, but he did not believe. His friend did not believe. And his friend used to tell, no, everything is coming by chance. There's no God. We don't find any God. But Newton said, no, my dear friend. There must be somebody. There must be God, because the science is so wonderful. Everything, there are so many laws. How can everything come by chance? But his friend said, no, everything just came by chance. Just came by chance means there is no superior arrangement. There is no planning and nothing. Nobody is controlling. It just came by chance. That is, there are some people who think like that. So just to disprove this wrong philosophy, Newton made this working model. And when his friend asked that who made this nice working model, Newton just said it just came by chance. So his friend could not believe that how it can come by chance. So Newton said, just see, you are unable to accept this small working model of solar system, that it has come by chance. So how can you say the real solar model, which is so amazing and which is creating so many wonderful phenomena, how can you accept that this has come by chance? So Newton, just to prove this, he did this task with his friend. So Newton also said, this most beautiful system of the sun, planets, and comets could only proceed from the counsel and dominion of an intelligent and powerful being. Just see, Newton says, powerful being. Powerful being means there must be some very powerful person is there. And intelligent, he is intelligent also. That means God is there. It's not just some light, some Nirakara Brahma Jyoti, some energy. If it would have been energy, then Newton would have not said that everything in this universe has come from intelligent, powerful being. So intelligent energy is not intelligent. Energy is not a being. Energy is just impersonal. Nirakar Brahma and a Nirakar way of energy is just non-living entity. But Newton is accepting that everything, this most beautiful system of the sun, planets, and comets, could only proceed from the counsel. Counsel means from the guidance or monitoring or mentoring. Counseling, we say. The counsel and dominion. Dominion means he rules, he dominates. He is the predominator of an intelligent, powerful being. This being governs all things. That means this being, who is this being? God. Krishna is this being. So he governs all things not as the soul of the world, but as the Lord over all. He is not like us, soul of this world, but as the Lord over all. He is the supreme master. As a master governs, controls. Similarly, this intelligent being who has created such a wonderful system, he controls. But as Lord over all. And on account of his dominion, he is to be called Lord God, universal ruler. This is Sir Isaac Newton. Now, everyone must accept, but still, many of the scientists and scientific students, they study the researches and theories of Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, but they don't accept their conclusions. Why? Because of demonic tendency. So Max Born, he is also a great scientist. He says, I saw in it the atom, the key to the deepest secret of nature, and it revealed to me the greatness of the creation and the creator. So he also accepted creation and the creator. And he is very famous mathematician. Every one of you know. And that means nobody was attentively hearing. No. वो जो दिख रहा था वो different slide है. I was reading the statements of great scientists, but I already did all these things. Nobody told me. Okay, anyway, so I just saw. This is what I was just explaining. Okay, Albert Einstein. But I already made the statement. I think you all understood. I'll not read it again. This is Max Born. And then finally, the famous mathematician, Srinivas A. Ramanujan. He belonged to Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. He was a devotee of Lord Vishnu and Mother Lakshmi Narayan. So he says, he frankly admitted, an equation for me has no meaning unless it represents a thought of God. This is a statement by Srinivas Ramanujan. Somebody asked, Ramanujan was such a great mathematician. He lived only for 32 years, but he, especially when he was just about to die, few months before his death, he was suffering from TB. And at that time, there was no cure for this TB, tuberculosis. So he died because of that. So last 6 to 7 months, he understood that he will not be surviving for long time. So he just started writing theorems, mathematical theorems, like anything. And he wrote many mathematical theorems, but he did not have much time. So he did not prove any theorems at last stage of his life. He simply stated the theorems, and he expected that the future mathematicians, they will come and they will prove all these theorems. So somebody asked him that without giving proof, how you are able to write the theorems? This is completely magic. So Ramanujan said, no, it's easy, because my goddess, Mother Lakshmi, when I sleep in the dreams, she comes and she reveals me the theorem, and I simply write it down. So he revealed his experience. So in this way, he could write so many theorems. Even this theory of black hole, which the concept of black hole came much after the death of Srinivas Ramanujan. But the mathematical formulation of black hole was done based on the theorem given by Ramanujan. So Ramanujan already gave a theorem related to this theory of black holes. So just imagine, the Lord is there. So that's why he was a firm believer in the Supreme Lord. He accepted, and he was a pure vegetarian. Once when he was admitted in the hospital in London, so the nurse came and she brought the chicken soup, and she said, please drink it. This is good for your health. So Ramanujan asked, what is this? She said, this is chicken soup. This is good for your health. But Ramanujan said, but what about chicken's health? You have killed him. It's not good. So he did not drink it. He rejected it. Similarly, this Hensberg, some of you might have heard about the Hensberg theorem. Hensberg principles are there. So Hensberg says there is a higher power not influenced by our wishes, which finally decides and judges. So he also accepts there are higher powers. And he is Michael Faraday, very famous scientist. No? You might have heard his name. He is the person who it is considered or it is thought that he is the person who actually invented electricity. But if you, I don't know, any of you know the history behind this, how he invented this electricity. Actually, he did not invent electricity. He was just making some experiments in his laboratory with no intention to produce electricity. He was doing something else. But somehow or other, something happened, and in the process of his doing some experiment, which was something else, he brought a magnet, magnet, which obviously have a magnetic field. So when the magnetic field came in contact with some current carrying electricity from battery, so he observed the phenomena that there is deflection in galvanometer. That means there was some changes in the amount of electricity. Then he got this clue that when the this magnetic field and electric field come together, there is some kind of force is generated. So these three things, then he started experimenting on more and more, and then he gave all these rules. Electric field, magnetic field, and force, they are interrelated. So if you want to produce force, you bring electric field and electricity. That means electricity and magnetic field and electric field you bring, you can produce force, and that is the concept of motor. And then if you then he got the idea, if you want to produce electricity, you bring magnetic field and force, and from magnetic field and force you can produce electricity, and that is the concept of generator. So in this way he invented this concept of generating electricity, and then further researches have happened, AC electricity, DC electricity, all these things. So but the main point is that concept was already there, and by the mercy of the Lord he got this idea. That's why he always believed in God. We ought to value the privilege of knowing God's truth far beyond anything we can have in this world. This is Michael Faraday, he says. Similarly, all these scientists, Einstein, Faraday, Hensberg, Schrödinger, Ramanujan, Kelvin, Isaac Newton, Max Born, they all firmly believe in the existence of God. So this is scientist observation. Now $2 million question, and our sponsor Subham Bro is there. Subham Bro, you told you will sponsor, but you are not here. Okay, who will sponsor? We are going to ask two questions worth rupees $2 million. Worth $2 million. So I don't have anything. I am a brahmachari. So who can sponsor? Nobody will sponsor. Okay, we'll give it. Okay, first question. Oh, आंसर भी आ गया पहले तो गलत हो गया. Question. What is the origin of the universe? You need to write in the chat box. Option A, Big Bang. B, Big Bang. C, intelligent design. And D, chance. Yes? Write in the chat box. What do you think? What is the correct answer for this? C. Wow, very nice. C. Everyone knows C. Okay. So $1. You got $1 million. Huh? Do you know what is $1 million? $1 million means 10 lakhs Harinam. You chant 1 lakh name, you will get 1 lakh. In this way, you chant 10 lakhs of Harinam, then you will get $1 million. So if you chant 64 rounds, then it is 1 lakh. So if you chant 640 rounds, so then you will get $1 million. Okay? So you chant, I give you. Second question, what is the purpose? Eat, sleep, be merry, make money and pass away, no purpose, and last option, to understand God and life. Yes, wow, all intelligent students are here. Very nice. Everyone, D, good boys and girls. Another $1 million I give you. Another 640 rounds you chant. You understood, no? In one Hare Krishna Mahamantra, there are 16 names of Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So if you chant one round, that means 108 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it comes to be 1728 Harinam. And if you chant 16 rounds, it comes around 27,000, 25,000 approximately we consider. And in this way, if you chant 64 rounds, it comes to be 1 lakh. So, and then 10 lakhs. So if you chant every day 16 rounds, in 4 days, you will earn 1 lakh. And if you chant for 40 days, you will earn $1 million. 1 million holy name, 40 days, 16 rounds. And you have answered 2 questions. So I give you 80 days of 16 rounds chanting. So you all can chant Hari Bol. Okay, so this we discuss. So this is, now we'll conclude. This is simple. I've already explained. So you have you seen a complicated machine which came by chance and has no purpose? Obviously, nobody will accept this. We see everything in the creation is there, has been created, and nothing has come by chance, and nothing exists in this world which has no purpose. Similarly, anything. Similarly, this big brain, this big universal situation, this is also like a machine. So it has also come by some creator, and it also has got some purpose behind it. Encyclopedia Britannica state, it should be emphasized that no theory of the origin of solar system has yet won general acceptance. All involve highly improbable assumptions, because there are many theories about origin of universe without considering that there is God, without taking consideration of God. Many people, they have given their own theories of regarding origin of universe, but none of the theories are accepted. This is what is written in Encyclopedia Britannica. The only theory that God has created is only accepted. Okay, this is activity time, but because we have less time, I'll just conclude this. So you can do at your home after this session. What is the activity? So make a comparison between government of your country and the universal government. Just like we have government, so there are different departments. Similarly, there is universal government, means God's government, and there are different departments to take care of certain facilities. Like in national government, we have Home Ministry, who takes care of law and order and punishment. There is Health Ministry, medical facilities, to provide medical facilities. There is Ministry of Energy, which provides electricity and lighting. There is Finance Ministry, Defense Ministry, and finally Education Ministry, education for citizens. Similarly, you need to tell us, in universal government, in God's government also, all these departments are in existence. So what are those departments, by which name they are known? So that with this comparison, we can come to this conclusion that just like in national government, all these departments are being managed by different ministers, and above them there is a prime minister. Similarly, in universal government also, all these departments exist, and all these departments are being managed by demigods, devatas in higher planets, and there is prime minister, which who obviously is not for 5 years, but for eternal prime minister, or rather we can say eternal ruler, the king. God is there, who manages everything. So you need to do this homework. I'll just state one. Just like Home Ministry, which takes care of law and order and punishment. Similarly, in universal government, we have this law and order system, punishment. Just like if you do all these kinds of sinful activity, you will get this punishment. If you smoke, you will get cancer. If you have illicit sex, you will get AIDS. If you are somebody drinks, then a liver problem. So this is one example. Similarly, Health Ministry is there. So what in universal government? Which departments takes care of this Health Ministry? Can anyone state? Yes, you can try. Ayurvedic herbs. Similarly, Ministry of Energy. Who provides electricity and lighting in the universal government? You can guess. Sun and Moon. Finance Ministry, Sun and Moon. Okay, good. You can state others also. Finance Ministry, Defense Ministry, and Education Ministry. Okay, yes. Who provides the finance? Kuberji. But we have gold, silver, navaratnas, diamonds. And Defense Ministry, we have this immunity in body, ozonosphere. And Education Ministry, we have Vedas, Bible, Quran. So all these things, this proves that there is a very nice systematic arrangement. Everything is being managed. So this is the lesson from units of government activity. Behind every government, there is a prime minister. Behind the units of government, there is God. Prime minister maintains and controls the country. God maintains and controls the whole universe. And government law abiders live happily and lawbreakers are punished. God's law abiders live prosperly and lawbreakers suffer. So this is the conclusion. So in this way, we conclude this session. Finally, our prime duty is to surrender unto the Supreme Lord and obey His laws. Use. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll stop here. Time is going to finish. Hare Krishna. Tomorrow we'll take questions regarding this session also. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Hare. I hope you enjoyed this session and you like to know more about this Gita manual course. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.